T-Man 978 Chill Review.
Hello everyone, T-Man 978. Right now I'm going to be reviewing Transformers, the Prime Wars Trilogy, Power to Primes, Punch, aka Counterpunch. This is what happens when you put all three Prime Wars Trilogies packagings together. You get this picture right there you see the little Autobot clones right there. Here's the whole image right here, so that's cool. This is a Decepticon, he's purple, red for Autobot. This guy has both because he's a counter spy, so that's awesome. This is the image on the front right there. He is officially an Autobot that goes into battle, well, sneaks into the Decepticon base. Come on, focus. There we go, we can read that. And this bio right here just tells you what I just told you about him, and nothing else special. But let me play with it for a second and come back. Before we get into Punch, let me show you his Prime Master that he comes with. It's Prima Prime. He is transparent. This is a special version of him because he does come indivisible, I believe. If he doesn't come indivisible, you know what, I might have him, I'm not sure. But if he doesn't come indivisible, he comes with that Optimal Optimus. But here it is, you know the articulation, and it looks like that. It's transparent with this blue paint right there. I'm not sure which orientation is which, but there you go. Now here is Punch, and he's a good figure. I barely have any problems with him. Only problem I had with him before I got him and after opening his packaging is the legs look really freaking long. Like the proportions look kind of wonky. But you have to do a fix to the shoulders straight out of packaging. The shoulder joints are put on incorrectly in each one of these guys. In each one of these. So what you have to do is, and I'll put a link to the actual video showing the full method or the full surgery you got to do. But if you pull this forward while pushing his head back, if you take something like this and basically wedge it up under here, you can slide that shoulder joint off and reverse it. And now this edge part will be at the top instead of at the bottom. And when you do that, it causes his shoulders to be able to shift down. You couldn't do that before. But now with the shoulders down and his arms looking a little bit longer, I think his proportions look better in my mind. And what it also does is it has a stopping point in vehicle mode. It doesn't have that unless you fix it, but it clicks into place, and I really like that. The head is articulated better than I imagined. Even with the shifting gimmick, it can actually look up, and that's nice. But just know that you'll have to hold it a certain way when you make him look down, because of course the helmet does cover that for the transformation to his alternate robot mode. He comes with the same gun that Special Edition RC came with, except hers is painted and whatnot. Now, it was a complaint, and even I had this complaint before seeing Soundjack's picture today on Instagram. They give you this Prime armor. Of course, it's a Prime armor to make him fit in with Power to Primes line, since he's supposed to be a Power of the Primes Deluxe. But really what he actually is he's like a Transformers Siege preview figure. In Japan, I think he's just going to be in their Siege line, which is good. But since he comes with this and it's a gun, this will be his Decepticon gun. And you won't be able to tell probably, but this isn't solid black. It's like a gunmetal or a smoky gray color. It's a little bit lighter than this. This is completely black, and this is from Jazz. When we do another size comparison, or a comparison period right there. But he has a good amount of detail, like this decal right there, the Autobot logo, the temple underneath of the logo right there. His hands are fully painted red except on the inside where you see it's orange plastic. They painted the hubcaps, which is nice, and you'll see more in vehicle mode as far as that. But what you can also do when you're not using this Prime armor is put it on his back like a jetpack. Now, because the Decepticon port is a little bit lower than the Autobot port, it does come down his back some, so that goes against me. I mean, it still looks like a jetpack, and these shoulder things are covering the top of it, so you can still pretend it's a jetpack. And you know what? Oh, his stand port is right there for when you're trying to get flight poses. I was wondering where they put that, since he has two crotches. Normally they put the stand port in the back of the rear of the butt, basically. But articulation, he can go up like that shoulder wise. I showed the neck swivel there, and he can do this, but it halfway transforms his wrist right there. I wish it had wrist swivel, but it doesn't. A little bit, tiny a fraction more than 90 degrees on the shoulder. He has a tight waist joint. The legs can kick forward and back. You know it has to do that for the transformation. And the knees do this and do reverse. This knee is not all that tight, but this one is tight. I was worried about that, and they do not have any type of ratchet points. For a transformation, what you need to do is push this down over his face. Take this gun out of his hand. You take this off. I'll just port that there for now. Swap out the hands like this, giving them blue hands, and I believe, yeah, the blue hands are paint. This is very difficult to tab in there, and the package is not tabbed in. It took me a long time to be able to force that in there. It's like you got to get it at the sweet spot. Maybe lift it up like this and like press on it before it goes down. But once you get it in there, it should happen smoothly the next time. Turn them around, rotate the shoulders like this, and there feels like there is a grooving point right there. And now just lift this panel up, revealing his Autobot logo. So here he is in his Decepticon mode right there. In Decepticon mode, he does have a painted on black foot, which is accurate to the original G1 toy. The G1 toy, he didn't even have none of this. It was just hollow space in the shins. He didn't have shins or feet. And if you're so pressed to make him have Autobot or feet in the Autobot mode, you can always rotate the waist right there. And now he would have feet in Autobot mode right there. But since his hole is higher, this works better as a backpack on the Decepticon, to be honest. But I like to use this as the gun. And I told Soundjack that I would be stealing his idea, because I didn't even think about the fact that this can become a gun. And of course you have this right here. So now he has two guns, or you can say screw it and give him an orange gun. Because if the Decepticons are dumb enough not to realize that this is the same Autobot that they were fighting against, then they're not going to notice that he has an orange gun, because you don't even turn anything. The legs don't transform in any type of different way. It's just like he's an Autobot on the back and a Decepticon in the front. Main thing is the face rotates, or face changes, and the shoulder changes, and the hands. But speaking of faces, here is his face. He can't look up as much, but he can look down, so I guess that's accurate. Decepticons like to look down on people. But last thing I didn't discuss, the thigh rotation is stiff. It's so stiff, you'll probably pop the legs off of the joint before you rotate it. The best way to use that joint is when you have his knees out like this. Then you can utilize that joint more for different poses and whatnot. Here he is utilizing Prima Prime right there. Autobot Prima Prime usage, gun mode Prima Prime usage, and I'm not doing a Decepticon. What I will do for the Decepticon is show a Decepticon comparison. There you go with that. Transformation. Might as well just go ahead, open this up, unfold this and unfold this. There's no combiner port in there. I was shocked to see that in the first video I saw. Lift this up, rotate it this way, rotate that way, bring this up, raise up the shoulders, and like tab all of this into place right there. Raise up the shoulders, tab this stuff into place, and go ahead and tab the arms into the side. Oh yeah, one reason why you definitely have to fix that is if you don't fix it, these arms do not want to tab into his sides. Go ahead and open this up, open that, flip that out. It looks complicated, but it's not. Flip that out, flip that out. It's just so simple. And now you can tab the knees together, rotate everything this way. And now because this port is right there, I'm going to fold this over, tabbing that into place, and kind of putting it's a little notch under there a little bit. Now rotate this one over, and it's some tabs it's a tab right there that wants to go into a port right there. So bring that to the front while shoving things together, and basically he's a car. He sort of looks like a Chevy type car mixed with something else. What was it? It was a Nissan Z. It mostly looks like a Nissan Z with a Chevy type grill, like a Corvette Camaro type grill, and I like it. Of course, I would love it to have some type of Autobot logo or Decepticon logo, but you can't do that because he's a double spy. But they painted the rear lights, they painted the hubcaps, which is definitely a good thing. They painted that, and that all of this is painted. And I believe some of this might be transparent plastic. No, the headlights are pegged in. I see that. And one cool thing, and of course you can put this helmet down if you want to say he doesn't have visible head syndrome. He has a peg right here for the sole purpose of putting this gun right there. That is awesome. No, yeah, make sure that you have this up. If you have it down, he will not roll smoothly. Like the wheels will not roll. And to let you see, he has that port right there. Here he is being a Power Master. So he has an exhaust port, or you can say there it's a gun up there, or just as a speed booster. If you want Prime interacting with the vehicle mode even more, you can peg him right there. So, or you could just have him stay in there. But I like him. It's good. Now, one thing I have a problem with is getting this to come down flush. It doesn't want to, but yeah, it's sort of like it just keeps fighting to come back up. So I don't know, that might be a problem for you or might not. Like there's some tabs under here keeping that into place besides the tabs on the top, but it's good. I like it. And here he is in a vehicle mode comparison. So he's a little bit smaller than Jazz, but Jazz is a really long car. So there you are, a basic deluxe. So they haven't shrunk things with Siege, and I hope that's true with the other characters as well. And this is a really good figure, to be honest. Like, this thing kind of feels better than what's that thing, Transformers Prime Deluxe cars. So I'm happy they didn't cheap out, but the deluxes are going to be 20 bucks going forward. So they better not cheap out, and I'm happy with this. I'm happy to say they didn't cheap out. In fact, I like all of this right here. The way this opens up, it just feels like a hunk of extra plastic, to be honest. Considering they have transparent parts under here for the full windshield he has. But I've done enough talking. I enjoyed it. If you enjoy it, let me know. Click the link in the description. I'm gonna, like I said, I was gonna put I'll link to T-Formers for the instructions on how to fix it. If you go past there, if you click that link, make sure you comment on the page and tell them T-Man978 sent you. They've helped me out a lot by posting my reviews on there and giving me front page credit on their page, and I really appreciate that. So if you can go sign up if you're not signed up, they have a whole bunch of news. I usually go on there every day just to see what type of news, at least once a day. And of course I post my reviews and stuff in there, and here or there I comment in the topics just to keep things a little bit lively. It's a little bit lonely over there. Come join me. Anyway, T-Man978 out of here. Thank you for watching.
Click the videos. Click the videos, baby. Click the videos. You should really click these videos. Click the videos. Click those videos, baby. Click the videos. You really should